Good evening and welcome to 365 Days of Amazing Stories with Theo Mayer. Here we are on day 35 of 2025, and I'm continuing the story of what the rose did to the cypress. Now, Prince Almas, he had witnessed this dog being brought out, this beautiful woman in chains being brought out, and this exchange taking place that just almost horrified him, sickened him. King Sinubar had told him he would show him what the rose did to the cypress and solve this riddle for him. But at the end of this viewing, Prince Almas was not satisfied and said, "You must tell me the meaning of all this." King Sinubar said, "Quite a long time ago, I was out hunting. Now I must tell you that this woman you see before you, her name is Gul, which means the rose, and I am Sinubar, the cypress. This day when I was hunting, I became so thirsty, I knew not where to go to find water. I began to search. My companions I had left behind. My horse I'd tied to a tree, and I began to wander now in a slightly wooded area. And after quite a bit of searching, I came across a spring or a well that I could hear the water down below in the ground. Now, I took my turban off and I used it to lower down the inner part, my cap, which I was hoping I could catch water with, pull it back up for a drink. But as I began to pull my turban back up, something stopped it from coming up any further. I pulled, and finally I said, "Whoever this is below, please allow me some water, for I am dying of thirst." And at this point, a woman's voice called up, "There are two of us here. We are Peris. We've been cast down into this well, and we've been blinded as well. Pull us up, and we will reward you with anything that you wish." Well, after much struggle, consternation, I finally pulled these two Peris out of the well. Indeed, they were blind. Beautiful they were. They said that they had angered their king, and he had sent them down into this well to die. Because I had saved them, they told me that they would reward me in a way that, well, I would never forget. But they asked me before this to please cure them of their blindness. I asked how this was to be done. They told me that if I were to go to the edge of the wood, off toward the sea, in the afternoon would come a cow. I was to stay hidden and not allow that cow to see me, but a bit of her manure would cure their blindness. They let me know that if that cow would see me, she would not stop until I was dead. She would run after me and pummel me with her head until my hips were broken and my body nothing but a mass of broken bones. I did as they were told, as I was instructed, and I went to the edge of the forest. I hid myself there. In the latter part of the afternoon, a large cow came up. This cow ate grass and eventually left manure there in the meadow before returning down the hillside toward the sea. I quickly collected some of this and went back to the spring, the well, where the Peris were still awaiting me. They anointed their eyes with a little bit of this manure and very quickly were able to see again. And now, with earnest, they told me how they would reward me.